I am not tech savvy. I do not even know how to use a Google Drive. I don't know how to use Excel, whatever. That's okay. I used to track everything in a notebook. Every single workout, every set, every rep, every piece of food I ate, every calorie, every macro, everything. Awesome thing there was that I was still in control of what I was doing. I just needed to submit specific information to my coach. And then question from one of our coaches in the Fitness Online Coaching Academy, and she just says she has a client that just doesn't want to track with a phone or a computer or with anything tech. Guys, that's okay. I'm going to tell you guys a little story about Coach Will back in his competition preparation days. My first competition prep was right after I graduated from college, 2009. 2010 rolls around, I start the competition preparation. I mean, there may have been apps back then. I think they had a PC version of tracking like your calories and stuff. I don't even remember what the program was called, but there was a PC version. I just wasn't into computers. I was an artist. Like, I liked drawing. I liked putting pen to paper. And that's the way I decided to track. Every single competition prep I ever did, and I did think I competed in like 8 or 9 shows. Every single prep I ever did was tracked with pen and paper. Every meal, every macro, every calorie, everything. Because I felt like I was in more control of it. With the phones and everything like that, there's a specific personality who connects with that. Those are probably the same people who just love being on social media, who just love texting people. There's another group of people who like to write. They like to draw. They like to have calendars on their walls. They like to draw pictures. They like to actually physically write out their schedule. They like to do things like that with their hands because they're artistic and they like to put pen to paper. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have to be able to understand that there's more than one way to skin this cat. Somebody who doesn't want to use one of these platforms online, whatever it is, just have them track with a pen and paper. All right, very, very simple. Now you would say, well, then how would you operate your update? Well, I would say it'd be pretty simple as well. Like, they have a phone, granted, they don't want to use it, but if they can at least just take a picture. If they're updating you every single day, or they're updating their weight every day, or they're updating their macros every day, whatever it is, just have them send you a picture of whatever, their weight is and their macros were. Now, if you have somebody who can be more compliant, I would say have them track their macros in a notebook, and then just have them upload the totals to your Excel sheet shared via Google Drive, so you, the coach, can always see it and your client can always see it. But they're doing the majority of their tracking, or not all their tracking, not on MyFitnessPal, but actually in their notebook. And there's nothing wrong with that, guys. So do it old school. There's nothing wrong with old school. A lot of us coaches who have been around for like 10 years, we started with the old school stuff. It was all old school. The way that I used to do it, and the first coach I ever hired, I used to track everything in a notebook. Every single workout, every set, every rep, every piece of food I ate, every calorie, every macro, everything. Used to track everything. My life was in that notebook. I have a whole stack of them. One book for every show I did. And the awesome thing there was that I was still in control of what I was doing. I just needed to submit specific information to my coach, and then he would send me back what the recommendations were for moving on into the next week. So, not a problem at all. Use pen and paper. Keep it old school.